This might be an unpopular opinion, but the trip really isn't worth taking unless it allows you to slow down. So much of our daily life is go, 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 from cooking, breakfast, lunch, dinner, going to work, going to the gym, squeezing in a bit of extracurricular activity to relax and do our hobbies, and everything in between, keeping up with friends and family, having a relationship with ourselves, having a relationship with lovers, right? Taking care of kids if you have kids. Life is so go, go, go. And when you have the opportunity to travel, see something new and explore the world, it should allow you to slow down and take a break from your daily life. And if it doesn't allow you to do that, you really shouldn't go, I'm gonna be honest. Because otherwise, what's the point? You're just continuing the same hurried structure of life that you've been living. And the whole point of taking a vacation and traveling is to experience something new in the world, but also within yourself. It's a chance to reawaken latent parts of you, from your creativity to your habits to your mindset to how you dress, how you show up creatively. Like, every part of you has the ability to transform whenever you take a trip. Because when you move slowly, it allows you to be aware and be present. It allows you to come back to the things in your daily life that are no longer serving you. It allows you to reflect on what you want moving forward in your life and where you are currently, how far you have come. Every time I have explored somewhere new, I have been gifted the opportunity to better meet myself through my surroundings. It's making me reflect on my life currently and how hectic it feels and how anxious I've been feeling, and how it is really important to slow the fuck down. But the key is that I have to be aware enough and hear enough to receive what it is that wants to be delivered. I used to be one that, as long as I could take the trip, I didn't care how I could squeeze it in, right? I remember specifically when I was married, my ex-husband and I took a weekend getaway to Venice. Now, granted, we were in Germany, so it wasn't super far, but I remember having to break down our itinerary to the minute almost. Like, we're gonna spend 5 minutes here, we're gonna walk for 10 minutes there. It doesn't allow room to breathe. It doesn't allow room for the magical gifts that you can't plan, the magical experiences and people that you could meet. I could have met in Venice, right? It doesn't allow for the spontaneity and uniqueness of life. In a life that is usually so fast-paced, what's the point in hopping on the jet ski and going on the ATV ride when, first of all, you can really do that anywhere? It's not really unique to where you are. It's not a canon event, if you will. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but it only adds to the adrenaline that you already experience in your daily life. Moving slowly throughout this world, whenever you explore it, is such a gift. It's a remembrance of the fact that we are given an opportunity to even explore. To travel is to be enchanted by life. You're given the space to be someone new, to show up as you've always wanted to, and be sparked by the world around you. Going to India and seeing how the women wear their saris and their nose rings, and how in Costa Rica the jungle is so green and lush and monkeys hop around. These are only the things that you can experience when you stop, slow down, and really immerse yourself. Slow travel to me looks like at least a week somewhere new. And it really depends on how big the city and the area is that you're in, right? But a week allows you to have some rest moments in between, walk and explore the city. That's one of my favorite ways to slow travel, is by walking around, because it allows me to the key essentials. Give yourself at least a week wherever you are. And it really depends on where you are, how big that city is, and how much there really is to do there, and why it calls to you. Does it call for you to slow down there? Are you called because it's a foodie place and you like to eat? Are you called because you're a hiker and there's a lot of really good mountain ranges there that you want to explore? What is it for you? But my key general is a week. Second thing, give yourself, I like to do this kind of 2-to-1 ratio. So if I'm there for a week, I'll do 2 days of itinerary, right? So we're going activities and restaurants, and I know what I want to do, and at least, want to see you on those days. And then third day, I'm not doing anything, whether it's the whole day or half the day. Leave some room to not do shit. Because it allows for spontaneity. So on that third day, I might feel like, I just want to take a walk around the neighborhood. I have space to do that. Actually, I just want to sit in this Airbnb and watch the sunset. I have space to do that, right? Third thing, I used to, as I shared earlier, I used to be someone that would plan out my routine and my travels by the minute. I'm walking here for 5 minutes. I'm gonna stay there for 20 minutes. It was ridiculous. It was so exhausting. It was so exhausting. I stopped even making itineraries. It was that bad. So now I found this happy medium where I will research areas, like the area that I'm in. If there's a few things I want to do, I'll make sure it's in that area or in the vicinity so that it makes sense when I'm traveling, right? And then I'll just bullet point it out. So let's say I'm in, I don't know, Laguna Beach, and A, B, C, D, E are all in this neighborhood in Laguna Beach. Well, I'll write the 5 things out. And then when I wake up that day, I'll say, what am I feeling called to do first? Well, you know what? I'm cute and it's a hot day and I might get sweaty later. I want to go to this museum and see it. And also, I kind of want to get some pictures in the museum's garden. So I'll start there first because I'm least likely to get sweaty. The first point of stop, right? And then once I'm at the museum, I've gotten the pictures, I've flowed. I'll say, it's like 12:30. Am I hungry? Should I go to my food spot? Do I want to continue on and check out the pond? Yeah, like whatever it is in Laguna Beach you're trying to see. But it allows you to still stay on track with the things you want to experience while you're there. But it doesn't feel so rigid in, I have to do this by this hour at this time. But also keep in mind that some things do require a bit more planning than others. Like when I was in Costa Rica, I went to San Lucas Treetop Dining. That requires you to book in advance, right? And so you have set reservations. So I would have to be there on that day and time. But other things are very flexible. You just want to be mindful of the hours it's open. Fourth thing, golden rule in slow traveling as well, is make sure you talk to people that are local to the area. They will give you knowledge that you will not know about because you don't live there, right? But it also allows you to get some of the spirit of the place that you're in, the energy and the flow of it. Also just really beautiful to connect with the people that live in the places that you live, because it helps make the world a better place. It makes it a smaller place and a more connected place. And my last rule, off the top of my head anyway, for slow travel, I really enjoy taking the train. It used to be because I had this low-key fear of flying. And as I've gotten over that, I just started to really appreciate train travel. It's something so hectic about being in the airport, having to be there at a certain time and go through TSA, and then TSA might be long, and checking your bag might be long, and something might go wrong, and then it's kind of like this hurry up and wait, because then you get to your gate and you might have time to kill, or you might be like barely there, and it's just so hectic. I don't like it. And then you have to like find your seat and like excuse me, and get through people to get to the middle seat. It's so annoying. Train travel, you just hop on the Amtrak, say hey conductor. They help you with your luggage. You just find a little cubby for it. You don't even gotta check it, just put it in a little cubby. And 9 times out of 10 you have your own space, especially when you're moving like long distances. You can spread out, get comfortable. I put on my blanket, my pillow, and my tripod, and I'm just looking out at the train as it passes by, and I'm seeing the scenery. Like Colorado to California, that train ride is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And it's those things. It's like, it's really about coming into the destination. And then once I'm at the destination, I'm ready to go. I've been on the train for probably over 24 hours, and I'm ready to stretch my feet. Sometimes on the plane, I feel like I arrive so abruptly that I just want to sit down for a second. I don't even want to go. But with the train, I've built up the stamina. I've built up my energy. I've made comrades with the people around me. I've eaten. Just something so romantic about train travel. Here in Annapolis, I was walking the dog about 2 nights ago, and there's this beautiful restaurant on the water that has its own kind of pier. And I just stood there for a few minutes and just looked. And it was so funny because the dog I'm watching, his name is Spotto, he's a cute little Jack Russell. He sat down and stopped with me, and we just stood there and just looked in awe at the beauty of life. Like it's so insane how gorgeous this life is, and how you will really miss it when you're moving so quickly. So it allows you to appreciate the small things and notice culture, notice the shifts in how we all experience the world. When we move quickly and travel, we don't reinforce to our nervous system that we're safe to explore, that we're safe to exist in new places, because we're so wired up in how we usually move throughout the world. It's so important to give our bodies and our minds contrast in life. There are times to move quickly, and there are also times to move slowly. And it's really important to know which is which and when is when. When we're constantly too fast, you'll look up one day and realize that your life has gone very quickly, and where were you for all of it? It's kind of like when you drive home and you're on autopilot and then you just get home. When you take a good trip, it should rejuvenate you. It should make you come home and think about your life in new and invigorating ways. Recently, I recommended that a friend of mine go to Puerto Viejo for her birthday, and she was so enamored with it, and she articulated these thoughts that I really didn't have anyone to share it with. I didn't really know anybody who felt the same way that I did. She was there for about a week, and she really got to enjoy her time. How am I just expected to go home? I was just in the middle of the jungle eating fresh mango and papaya with the sun all over my face, and I was just at peace listening to the jungle noises. It's really hard to see myself going back to a 9 to 5 and hustling like I haven't changed here. And that's the whole point of slow travel. I am such a traveler at heart. Like, there's so many new things to see. It has to really stick to my soul for me to want to go back, because I am someone who wants to see the whole world. And so I would rather be so immersed in where I am that I was fully there with it while I was there. I really appreciated the moment, especially the moments that we pay our money for. I didn't realize that I was a nudist until I went to Jamaica. I took one trip to Jamaica. I went on a birthday trip with my ex to hedonism. It's essentially a nude resort, to put it tamely, for adults. Being nude around other people awoken this side of me I didn't even know existed. Up until that point, I never walked around my house with my ex naked, unless I was just getting out of the shower. Now, if you look on my Instagram, I have whole photos of me in deep appreciation with nature in my natural state, and it really just invigorated something inside of me. And that trip, actually, we were in the Negril, Jamaica, and we planned to go to Montego for his birthday to, celebrate on the actual day and do an excursion. We did not leave that resort the entire time because it was magnificent, but also we didn't feel called to. We didn't feel like there was a need to, and that's not something that I do. I'm somebody that likes to explore where I am. Moral of the story, if you haven't caught it by now, when you travel, do it slowly, do it with intention, be there fully, body, mind, and spirit. and immerse yourself in the gift that is life. The gift that is life through the eyes of other people. Because when you're really mindful and you're very slow with it, you'll actually transport into someone else's world temporarily. For some reason, the world that keeps coming to my mind is India. If you're moving slowly throughout India, you're moving through the eyes of a local, especially when you go to local places, that's another conversation. But you're really experiencing the everyday life of someone else. And to them, it's so normal because it's their everyday life. But for us, it allows us to see all the ways in which we're different and also all the ways in which we're really alike.